in this micro apartment. I've been living in this micro apartment in Nagoya for the last 3 months, and honestly, I didn't think I'd enjoy living in a small space this much.
Okay, so he is talking about living inside of a $200 micro apartment in Japan. So let's react to it and see what we got.
There are some tricks and a little learning curve, and I'll share that in a bit.
By the way, a $200 apartment. I live in Miami. I don't think you could find anywhere for $200 unless we talking about $200 a day. Of course you can find something for 70, 80, even $50 a day, but I'm talking about $200 a month, an apartment or a place to stay. Not in Miami, Florida. No, no, no.
But let's start the tour at the entrance. As you enter, you meet the Genkan area. It's standard in Japanese apartments, and you take off your shoes here before officially entering into the house.
I think everyone in Japan. I don't know. Like a lot of people does that, but in Japan, I see a lot of people before they enter anywhere, especially a home. Most of them take off their shoes. I have to learn more about that. I know, of course, you gotta keep the house clean, but I'm trying to figure out is there's more to it than just keeping the house clean or, making sure not bringing in germs from outside and the inside. But I just want to know if there's more to it, basically.
It's considered good manners to point your shoes toward the exit. I leave my work bag here too, so I can leave work at the door when I get home. My Genkan came with this big shoebox and storage area to keep things tidy, which is one of the challenges in a micro apartment. And I use the storage up top to store my toiletries, cleaning products, and things that smell good generally. In the middle, I have a decorative plant, a jasmine scent diffuser, and a print I framed for when I'm feeling stuck. After the Genkan, I have a pretty small kitchen area. Like, I can't yawn when I get my morning coffee type of small. Because the building was built in the 80s, it had these retro tiles and storage, so I got a retro looking microwave and
At least it's separated. Not separated, but it's like it's not one square room. It's like there's a little area here, there's a little area here. Like you can see the kitchen, there's tiles and stuff like that. Like in Miami, we have this thing called efficiency, right? Efficiency is basically people that have like somewhere in the back of their home where they have like a one room, like it could be a garage, it could be something, and they just put different things in there, like maybe a stove, like some storage, and they just rent it out. And even that is not $200. You probably find something like that for $1,000. Some people giving it up for like 1,300, depending on what area. But I know minimum you might get something like that for like one, like a square space, and within that square space, the only separation is the bathroom. That's the only separation. I wish I could find a picture and show you. I'm gonna look for it. The only separation is the bathroom, but what you really get is one square room, your bed, a little bit of storage, your kitchen is right there, a table for you to sit and eat is right there. Like everything is in one room. But here you can see things is a little bit separated. They created shelf and stuff like that. Not in Miami.
refrigerator to complement it. That's why the video looks a bit retro as well. This might be difficult for some of you, but I'm a person that does not enjoy cooking that much, so when I saw the small space, I knew I wouldn't be spending a lot of time in here anyway. But if I could change anything about it, I would give myself some bigger countertops, because meal prepping takes a really long time now. Look at this. That's it. All of the counter space. I got exactly one hand. Alright, so anyway, let's move on. Next to the kitchen, I have more storage, which doubles as a...
Do you see how everything is separated? Like I was saying, like you can see the kitchen is like a part of its own, even though it's small, but it's still like a little section of its own. Like the little small hallway, there's like a little storage section. I'm not talking about bad about Miami. I live in Miami. I'm just saying majority of people that comes here, they go to the expensive places like downtown Miami, Midtown, Brickell, South Beach. Some people go to the upper places that is not Miami, like Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. That's like north of Miami. But the point is, Like if you're talking about the people that's not making a lot of money and you're talking about people that's just getting like a efficiency or small room, these rooms are not, majority of them are not separated like that. So what I'm saying, this is well organized even though it's small, which is amazing.
A room divider. On the surface, I've added these dollar store trays to get vertical space, and I've labeled them to keep things organized, because in a small space, visual clutter gathers quickly and stands out way more. So I learned that keeping dedicated spaces keep things tidy without much effort. I just look for the label and drop it there. Boom. I also keep cables I regularly use and my everyday carry items here, since it's easy to see and grab on the way out. Up top, I initially thought I'd use for decorative alcohol since it's see-through and glass, but I forgot I don't keep alcohol at home and I don't want to start that habit, so I just store my
Yeah, everything is well organized. Yeah, I like that.
Nintendo Switch and some camera gear here. Below is just more storage. Next place up is the bedroom / living room / office / yoga studio. Another thing I learned is that light and light colored walls is a huge part of creating a spacious feel. So when I found out here was south facing, which gets the most natural light possible,
I don't know about you. I kind of love it when like I wake up and the sunlight could bright up, the natural light could bright up my entire room. I don't like being in the dark. Some people do. I don't have nothing against it, but I'm just saying like I like, of course, yeah, I like if I'm working like right now I'm filming, so of course I want it to be dark because I want all the attention to be on the screen. But once I'm done filming, I'm about to open up my window and boom. I don't even have to turn on my light. Everything will be bright. I really like that.
throughout the year, it was a no-brainer for me. This plant is a lucky bamboo, and her name is Dragon, because she looks like the dragon from Dragon Ball Z. This one is GP, short for Great Plant, because it's great. Initially, I was afraid to move into a place this small, but I researched and found that creating separate zones
Yeah, this is well organized. It's not messy. It's not all over the place. It's just like, it's small, but it's well put together.
helps the place feel larger because it gives specific functions to different parts of the room, so your mind doesn't feel as if you're in a box. There's the bedroom, the living room, and the office. See? There's a sign. The rug acts as the room divider. Originally, I wanted an actual room divider, but the rug adds visual length and texture also to the room without taking up any space, so I went with that. On the rug, I have a foldable desk and a foldable chair. I'll eat dinner here, do journaling, or relax here, and when I'm ready to do stretching, I fold them up. Which is the next learning curve I wanted to share about living in a tiny apartment. It requires a little bit more effort. I fold that chair and desk maybe 3 times a day. And I also have a collapsible mop and vacuum cleaner that detaches that I keep in the closet. But there is a huge benefit to having to put forward the little extra effort, because
Yes, not only the extra effort, it requires discipline. Because think about it, like some people would, okay, it's a small space, let me get some Uber Eat, or let's say some Burger King, whatever, I'm just gonna leave the bag on the floor. And once you do that 3 times a day, once a day, it's a small place. Now it starts to get all messy and stuff. Here you can see he's very organized, very neat, and very clean. And that's why like he doesn't mind folding something 3 times a day just to keep things as neat as possible. So therefore, I think it also requires discipline.
once I fold the chair and move the desk, basically whatever I'm going to do is already done. I like to compare it to going to the gym. Think of it as once you've put on your gym clothes, you've already basically gone to the gym, because that's the hardest part. So I've been super productive since being here. Like way more productive than in my other larger apartments. I don't have a couch because the intention with this micro apartment was for me to spend more time outdoors rather than entertaining indoors. And it's worked well for me so far. I just go to other people's house. I also have this painting that my sister did for me to remind me of how annoying she can. No, I'm kidding. She's awesome. You can find her page linked below. Next up is the bedroom. The bed has a hollow metal base, which acts as storage, but also makes the
Extra storage is always, it's always a blessing.
room feel larger. And next to the bed has this lamp I got from IKEA to use in my videos, and add some height and curve to the room, and it just looks cool. Looks like a spaceship. Next, I have my desk. Here is where I do all my deep focus work, and I put it here because it makes me feel as if I'm in a much more spacious environment than I am, since I can see the full length of the apartment from here. I did some cable management and run an adapter from the wall, then stuck it under the desk along with a hard drive. The switch for my desk lamp and an SD card slot are also on the desk to keep things neat. The desk has 2 sections for storage also, but I really only keep important documents or notebooks I regularly use here. I also have this round desk lamp here, again for some curves, and to act as a background light in some of my videos. I know that the minimalist idea is to have as little as possible in your space to some people, but to me it's really more about value and intentionally having things in your home. And every piece here adds value to my life in one way or the other. Also, I was just absolutely terrified of being in a room with such light-colored flooring and white walls and just going insane being in here all day. The apartment also came with this little hook system that honestly, I was not sure what it was for. I use it to store my clothes that I'll wear again, or a coat rack when someone visits. And it's cool because it's more vertical storage, so less clutter. Finally, next to the kitchen has the toilet and shower, but it's a typical bathroom. Got a place to handle business, a bath and a shower curtain to separate the two. Oh, and this digital pad to control the temperature of the water outside. Thanks for watching this, and check out this video where I talk about things.
This is very dope. This is very dope. I liked it. But you can see he's very disciplined. His house is very neat. But overall, what I would say is that where I live, the area I live, I don't think I would be able to find anything for $200. His apartment, or not apartment, his room, whatever you want to call it, it's $200. In Miami, yeah, maybe in the around the 1992s, 1991, but right now in 2025, nah, I think that's like a price to get a nice place for a day, not for a month. But thanks for watching. Anything you want to say, leave it in a comment, and I'll talk to you soon.